Hi, I'm Robert, and today I'm going to show you how I take this image from here to here, all in Lightroom. I'm going to prepare this image for Instagram. Let's get started at the bottom. Make sure you're at the current version, and we're going to skip vignetting. Next, let's double check to make sure this image is straight. We'll zoom in, press constrain crop, and bring up the grid lines. That looks better. As usual, we'll click here, remove chromatic aberrations, and also enable profile corrections. Let's do our standard sharpening routine, 100 of sharpening, and then applying a mask. Hold down Alt so we can get our mask up. We're just going to sharpen till about that point. Everything in black won't be sharpened, and all the white lines will be. We don't need to sharpen all of the sky. It'll just add more green to the image. We're going to skip the colors, but we'll come back. Let's warm this image up just a slight bit. That looks good. We don't need to adjust the exposure. If you look at the histogram, we're all the way from the right to the left side, and we have a nice peak up here towards the 2/3 of the way to the right. If your histogram is looking more like this, you're going to have a dark image if you go to print it. It might look good on your screen, but it's going to be too dark to print. I like my histogram towards the right. Let's bring the highlights down. Let's bring the shadows up a little bit. Just slightly on this image. Usually I bring them up more, but in this image, we're just going to go with 10. Let's slide our white slider over until we start to clip, and then back it off. We don't need to adjust the black slider because we're all the way over to the left. Let's go down to our color panel and do some work in our colors. I always start with luminance. Luminance is how bright or dark a color is. So I'm going to darken some of the colors I see in the sky. So I'm going to go down a little on red, a little bit more on orange, and a little on yellow. After I adjust luminance, I go to saturation, and I add some saturation to each of the colors that I just adjusted. Red, orange, and yellow. Okay, the image is looking pretty good here. I want to darken the sky a little bit. The easiest way is to grab the grad tool, pull down, hold down shift key, and it'll make your line straight. And let's bring the exposure down just a little bit. That's enough. Now let's add some brightness to the image. So grab the brush, make it wide, press O to turn on the overlay. And let's brush in all of this water. We're going to brighten it up. If you spill over a little bit, hold down Alt. It'll turn your brush into an eraser, and you can simply erase that area. As you can see over here, I have auto mask turned on, which makes it really easy. So we just need to get near the objects, and Lightroom will take care of the rest. So let's press O to turn off our overlay. And the water's looking a little warm, so let's cool it off a little bit with some temperature. We're going to go down just -5. Not a huge difference, but a little bit. And then let's bring the exposure up 0.3. Now we have a nice bright area, and we have dark areas. We have all the saturation in the color in the sky. If you're intending on posting this image on Instagram, you might as well crop it now. Vertical images are the best for posting on Instagram since they'll fill up more space on the screen. Instagram uses an 8:10 crop for vertical images. So go to your crop tool, click on original, select 8:10. You see we leave some of the top and bottom. So let's adjust it and see where we want it. I think right in the middle is good. We have a little bit of, I think this crop is good. We have a nice composition. We have a rock in the bottom left. The water's rushing to the top right and then back over. And we have some area of sky, but not too much, not too little. So that's our Instagram crop. Let's check out our settings on this image. So I was at f16 and at 1/6 of a second. So at 1/6 we got this really nice water action. Timing your shot and adjusting your shutter speed is crucial for seascape photography. My favorite shutter speeds are between 1/30th of a second and a half second. If you shoot faster than 1/30th of a second, you're barely going to get any blurriness in the water. If you shoot longer than 1 second, especially if you're approaching 5 seconds, everything is going to be smoothed out. I don't like the completely smoothed out look for most of my images. I like to retain some of the movement. So on this image, we're at 1/6. We can see the movement here, and in the background, we still have ripples and the natural ocean look. If we were shooting this image at a really slow speed, all of this back here would be smoothed out, kind of like a lake, and that's not the look I was going for. Also, if you were shooting at a really slow shutter speed, you wouldn't be able to capture these crashing waves here. They would basically just disappear. I'm happy with the way this image turned out. Took only a couple minutes to edit, and now it's ready to go on Instagram. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.